Alright, we're in.
Okay, guys, Errylander and Chuck D's here once again with the semifinals in the ELO Heaven Lockdown Tournament. We have on the blue team 420 Swag Yolo 360 No Scope versus Seal's Army on the purple team. First bands coming out are Gragas and Hecarim. Hecarim, a really strong jungler right now. Gragas, I would say, is more of a target ban to their mid player, who I think is Castlevania. I'm not 100% sure. Victor,
These
very
are two
interesting.
target bans. They are scared of that mid player. They have to.
I am very surprised by the Victor ban. Uh, Clearly not wanting to see it come out. Another pretty staple band with the Shen from Seal's Army. Uh, we'll see what 420 No Scope decides to do. End up Pantheon. Very interesting bands from this troll 420 YOLO No Scope team.
I think St. Moogle is actually their mid here for Seals Navy. Um, Looks like they're definitely scared of him though with those two bans. There's a Lux ban. That's got to be a target ban too. Um, yeah, St. Moogle. I don't know. This is tough. I don't know who the bans are really for. St. Moogle doesn't. He may be their mid or may not. It's kind of tough to tell. There's a lot of different champions everybody plays. I think most champions on both these teams have a pretty large champion pool.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what each one of these members play. Haven't really seen much of them play. I caught a little bit of 420's game at the end versus Kill the Nikki. Uh, Pretty decisive win there. I know Kill the Nikki's team was having to use a substitute because one of their players couldn't make it. And we have a first pick of Tarek.
And Tarek's still. Anytime you have that point and click stun, he will always, I think, be a strong pick in this league.
Vi, strong pick in the jungle, really aggressive, great. Ooh, switching to the Udyr. I think I'm being trolled right now with these picks, so we won't say too much more until anything's official here. I like the Vi way more than the Udyr pick here, though. Vi just such a strong ganker. Yeah, and they do lock in the Vi. She has that gap closer and the ultimate, the AoE damage. Vi just brings so much to the table, so much damage, and still brings a lot of tankiness to the team.
Hearing St. Moogle is the ADC, so he'll probably lock in something. Yep, there's the Vayne.
They go with the first pick on Vayne. Interesting choice to first pick your AD carry. That's what I was kind of expecting. The Caitlyn really going to look to zone out this Vayne in that bottom lane.
I guess St. Moogle feels pretty confident in that Vayne, though. Sometimes that's a little scary to first pick her because she does have a couple lane bullies to stop her from farming, but if they ever reach late game, I feel like you've always got a chance with Vayne.
Yeah, Vayne has that short auto attack range in lane is where she suffers. As soon as you hit 6 though, you get that ultimate. If you can land a pin, you're pretty much going to win a fight as Vayne, and then she can just really snowball out of control from then on. Looks like we're going to have a Garen and a Nass. Oh, no, maybe not. Looks like they're going to take the Caitlyn after all. Great choice versus the Vayne pick. Caitlyn still so strong right now. Has that escape, long range. Great choice there to counter that Vayne pick. Ooh, actually going with the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is, that lane's really high risk, high reward. If he can get those grabs in a good position, Thresh locks into Thresh and Anivia. Looks like they're really going to look to turtle this out here, I'd say. You got the Anivia to wave clear. I'd say this is gonna be a long match that's gonna get turtled out to get that Anivia her 6 items, to get Vayne into her hyper carry status. I'd say that's what Seal's army is looking to do here. We do have a Mumu coming out for
There's the
420
Jax.
swag, and Amumu's such a strong jungler, great AoE presence, plus with that Annie ultimate and the Tibbers, if that gets locked in, gonna have some really good lockdown on that team. 2 stuns on Amumu, stun on Tarek, stun on Annie. They are bringing lots of CC, plus the Jax. Everyone on their team has some sort of CC. I'm really liking the look of 420's team right now.
And Scradhood's a big Jax player. I do know that, and so I believe Seal's Navy did a great job saving their top lane for the last pick.
It'll be interesting what they do pick to go after this Jax. A Renekton.
It could be good. I don't know.
Pretty good pick. It's going to be a skill matchup in the top lane. As long as you really need to stop Jax early. Because if Jax gets snowballed, he can just decimate your entire team.
I don't think I'm being asked here, but I mean, what do you think of this the 420 Swags matchup mid? I mean, you got the Nivea versus Annie.
The Anivia versus Annie. Honestly, I like the Anivia pick much better. Annie, okay, she got a little buff. They reduced the number of stacks needed for her stun, kind of increased her overall damage, but I don't know. I like the Castlevania pick with the Anivia. It'll be an interesting lane to watch, because once Annie does get that initial burst on her, then she's still gonna have to take out that egg form of the Anivia, and I don't know if she'll be able to do it twice.
I feel Nivea's late game scaling is a little better. I mean, that AoE stun from Annie is huge if you can group it up with that Amumu ult, and I think that's probably what they're going for here. However, if a great Anivia wall could pretty much zone out the enemy team and trap a couple of people that don't need to be on the wrong side of the wall, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And I think we've got St. Moogle on Vayne. I'm hearing that's a pretty strong pick. And he got his ADC, and that could be a little scary.
Yeah, the bottom lane is definitely going to be something to watch with that Caitlyn versus Vayne. Caitlyn they really just have to do a good job of zoning Vayne out, getting that early harass on, and forcing her to leave the lane and beating them to 6 to really control that lane.
As far as summoners, I mean, it's pretty standard on both sides. You got your jungles, Flash Smite, nothing exciting there. Both ADCs running Flash Cleanse, mid, same. I mean, it's pretty similar there. There's no real edge I would give to either lane. It should be a good matchup. I think top will be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think Renekton is really going to have to rely on those Vi ganks. Renekton, with that 1.5 second stun, if he gets the Blood Fury up, plus the Vi knockback with her abilities, they have to get those early ganks on Jax to really shut that lane down. Scrathood plays a pretty good Jax. I'll give him that. I'd say that's where the focus of this lane or this match is going to reside on, whichever one of those top laners come out better.
Yeah, and if Renekton gets that lead, it's going to be very scary for Jax to get anything back.
Yeah, they are really going to have to. Renekton's going to be their whole tank, pretty much. Vi is tanky. Renekton, with that ultimate, though, of his, he goes into a fight, does that AoE damage, gets that gain in health, and really just terrifies your team with his slice and dice, shredding everyone's armor, plus Vi. they've got a pretty good team for AoE damage there with the Anivia, the Vi splash damage, the Renekton ult. Both teams really, really good picks from both teams. This will be a great game to watch.
I think so too. I think they've got enough peel for both ADCs. Might be a little scared for Caitlyn with that if that Renekton does happen to get big, because you're not stopping Vi's ulti. She's getting to the ADC. Whether or not she does what she needs to when she gets there is a different story. But we'll see how it unfolds here in a little bit.
I think the main success here for Seal's army is just going to be not getting too grouped up and everyone getting caught in that deadly Amumu ultimate. If Amumu can land that ultimate on the whole team, it's really going to cripple Seal's army. At the load screen here, getting ready to start, we have 420 swag YOLO and 360 no scope versus
Blaze.
Seal's army. Whatever, close enough.
You almost made it.
So close.
There's been a few viewers requesting that name for you to say out.
I am sure that they have. It is a fun name to say.
You're good. Close enough,
I
they said.
look forward to it the rest of the game. Both AD carries electing to go with the cleanse here. Good choice from both AD carries, realizing that both team has so much CC and they're really going to need those cleanses to get away. 2 ignites, definitely going to need one of those ignites for Renekton when he does pop his ultimates to stop his healing. So, good pickup from Jax. Neither team going with a teleport either. So, once again, we're not going to see too much of a global presence, and it looks like both of these teams are just going to want to go at it and team fight and hope that they come out on top.
These are both pretty strong teams, though. I think I don't know how I'd give the edge here too.
You know, I really think it's just gonna depend on that top lane. If Jax gets those early kills, if Jax gets first blood, it's pretty much out of control in that top lane from there on, and you almost have to babysit it because Jax, once he gets that small lead, he can just really destroy a lane.
You're right. But here we go.
All right, we're into the game here now. See what each team buys. If we have an early invade, or we're just going to set up for a standard start. Vayne actually going with the longsword in 2 pots. So, not going for much sustain against that Caitlyn lane. Caitlyn with the Dorn's Blade. So, really looking to force that Vayne out early.
Did we say the skin war? Who won that? It's very important.
Oh, that is very important. We have the Vandal Jax. I didn't even notice. We have Vandal Jax, the Bloodstone Taric, the Cowboy.
I think Swag. I think 420
Caitlyn.
Swag won that one. I don't see any skins on.
They did. They literally have 5. They decimated.
This is a dangerous game.
Gotta give it to 420.
Nice ward by Arcanus.
Oh, and they get the ward kill, but it is enough to spot them out. And it was only Taric's vision ward, I believe. Yeah. So not a huge loss there for Taric, just the 60-second ward. Looks like they're pinging to go invade the red buff. They were spotted. Caitlyn sees them. Can Thresh land the hook?
Oh, nice flash.
Flash. It looked like it was going to hit. Good flash by Caitlyn. Looks like they're just going to trade the red buff here, and Amumu can handle not having the red buff. No blue buff on Amumu, though, a real problem. So Amumu's got to be happy about that.
And that's the only issue you're going to have to run in with Vi versus Amumu is Vi can almost go in his jungle at will. Amumu's a pretty good clear, but Vi's dueling power is pretty strong.
So Jax getting on the blue there. Jax goes with the ward and 11 pot start. Doesn't even go for the 2 wards. Ooh, Castlevania lands the
Nice
good
stun.
stun on Annie. And that stun is actually very difficult to land because how slow it travels. It is really easy to sidestep out of it. Ooh, almost gets a second one there. Down to the bottom lane.
Vayne has already started off in the lead though. 7-3 already, just getting it going. 8-3.
Caitlyn decided to go back and buy that health pot, so she let Vayne. Vayne's gonna get that early level 2. She has that level advantage, but Caitlyn doing what she does to Vayne and really just poking her down.
In top lane, we've got Jax starting with the 8 health pots, 2 mana potions,
Jax
and
taking a
Renekton with the
lot
red
of
elixir. This could be dangerous if they get into a 1v1. I think Jax is just trying to farm up there and, I guess, take advantage of anything he gets, but mostly he's going to try to farm for that late game because he does outscale Renekton. Oh, such a close grab.
So no wards yet in the bottom lane.
Arcana's getting more aggressive.
Going in way ahead of the Amumu though, not able to fall up. Just got a little bit too anxious, wasn't able to make anything of that gank opportunity. So right now we have blue team with really great vision across the map. The top side all warded, they can see anything that comes across the river. Bot lane really safe, drops that early pink ward in their tri-bush so Amumu can keep coming down there for good ganks. Thresh actually doesn't have a pink ward, so Amumu has 3 minutes of free ganks in that bottom lane.
Caitlyn caught up in CS really quickly though. He's already 17, he's already 2 ahead, and he was about 6 behind, so should be.
Looks like Amumu's trying to set something up here in mid lane. Vi's nearby to counter gank.
She's backing though. It doesn't.
Looks like she's gonna back.
He's wasting a lot of time here though.
Going here. Yeah, he's really waiting this out. Waiting for Annie to build her stun is what I would imagine.
But you gotta think, as a Mumu, the faster you get to 6, the more damage you're gonna do. So we'll see. Hopefully they can make something off this. And he elects to go back to this jungle.
Yeah, Amumu really wasted a lot of time there. Pretty much gave Vi a free back. And Renekton really keeping this this Jax pushed into his tower and forcing him to miss quite a bit of CS. Caitlyn playing this bottom lane really well. Vayne already out of health pots. Oh, Vi misses the gank but forces the flash. Don't know if that was needed. Amumu was
it hits the
there
stun.
to counter gank it, but saves. She gets out alive, and that's all that matters.
Sorry.
Renekton just really pressuring Amumu. Amumu is really patient for these ganks. Now he's going into lane versus Renekton to cover. I could see Amumu falling here. Renekton 3 levels ahead of this Amumu.
Or behind, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to die.
And he still has that red elixir too. Mumu needs this lane experience to catch up, so this isn't a bad thing for him.
It definitely helped the Mumu. I think Renekton could have dove him there with that red pot and really crushed that Amumu there.
We got Vi setting up a gank bot here. They know it's
She
warded.
gets spotted by that dragon ward that actually just goes down. So they're both bot laners are going back from 420, and we'll see what's going on in the mid lane here. Anivia is now 6, Annie 6 as well. It'll be interesting to see if Annie can really blow up the Anivia in time and get that egg after she uses all of her burst.
And Scrathead went for the Vamp Scepter. I think he really just wants to farm.
Well, Renekton has so much sustain in his lane because of the Call of the Meek. Gives him for so much, especially when he has that 50% Fury. Gives him almost double the healing. So he really needed that to sustain in lane versus that Renekton. But Renekton's still bullying him even though he hasn't backed yet. Jack's going on him here, lands the stun, some good harass, but Renekton
just heals it right back up.
Heal it right back up, no problem. And this bot lane, Caitlyn really needs to get some more harass onto this Vayne. There
Good
comes
stun.
the stun, the knockback. What Caitlyn really needs to do here is they need to set up a stun and drop the trap underneath her at the same time for that double CC, and that really will crush a Vayne.
I'd say right now matchups are pretty even. I think bot has a little more of a lead at the moment, but it should.
Yep.
I don't know. Top's pushing in. It's pretty even though. I mean, gold's 9.7, 9.8k. It's really, really close.
Yeah, they're really letting this Vayne stay in the game right now. When you play Caitlyn in a bot lane, especially versus Vayne, you've really got to force her back away, deny experience and creeps, so you can continue to press that early advantage and stall out Vayne's late game.
And the other thing is, a lot of these champions have some really big level 6s. So I think as the junglers hit level 6, like Vi just hit 6 and Amumu hit 6, we'll start to see some plays happen here.
Yeah, Amumu's still level 5.
It looks like they're invading
actually,
Amumu here. Are they going in for him?
See, Vi wanted it, decided not. I would say Vi's going to use this ultimate in the top lane. She's going to pick up this.
Stops the recall. St. Mughal's got it back though.
Vi's going to pick up this red buff, and I would say look for a gank with that ultimate in the top lane. Everyone on both teams has their flashes up, so anyone can flash away. But with that Vi ultimate and Renekton stun, I don't know if Jax would be able to escape.
They're going to pressure this bot. Well, I guess Amumu's backing off. I thought they were going to pressure this turret down as fast as they could.
So Caitlyn did force Vayne to be the first to back, denied them a lot of that CS, 2 waves at the tower actually that she's going to lose. Caitlyn in a pretty good place right now. Doesn't look like she's going to back either, but has no mana.
Looks like Vayne's elected to rush for the Blade Ruin King. I think she's going to maximize that early game damage.
Great first buy.
Oh, we got the stun on Renekton top.
Buy Renekton there to get away from the turret range before he was stunned. Renekton did go with the early brutalizer for that cooldown reduction, which is so great on Renekton because he doesn't require any sort of mana or energy. All he has is that fury to stack up and spam his abilities.
We've got the mid lane Annie going with the Neocelar's Rod right out the gate. I mean, she's trying to get that kill.
Yeah, interesting thought. And a
Demon
Voodoo
Trucks
gets caught out by the Vayne. Oh my!
Are we seeing a first?
For the first blood to Castlevania.
And double buff.
Oh, that's gonna reset Anivia's blue buff. Huge pickup. Looks like
dive top.
Renekton's gonna dive here. Pops the ultimate. Gets the kill. 2 kills quick to Seal's army. Well played on both sides there. Vayne actually has to pop her ultimate in the bot lane. Gets Taric to about half health. Caitlyn takes no damage from it. Let's see if they can really make her pay for using that ultimate early.
And Caitlyn is sitting on 1,300 gold right now. I imagine she's waiting for another couple hundred before she recalls. I think she's going to need that BF sword, and that'll start to make a big difference in the lane, I think.
Yeah, on getting that long range harass on Vayne, And Castlevania right now, just really terrifying. Red buff. Oh, Amumu didn't actually have the blue buff.
He had a red buff. I thought it was double. She has double now. But
Yeah,
Anivia's long range harass is going to be tough for Annie mid. Well, actually, they both have a pretty long auto attack range, but.
So
Ooh.
Anivia looking to go with that early Rod of the Aegis, which is pretty standard. Getting the Chalice of Harmony. Anivia in a real good spot now after that first blood. Still has a lot of consumables. Should
Looks
really
like
be able
Amumu's
to
sitting on
harass
a
this
ward there.
scenario.
I think they know he's there. They're just going to waste his time again.
It looks like they're trying to four-man gank this. It'll be interesting to see if they go for a tower dive.
Vi's coming down for the counter too.
He's not going to use his ultimate.
Oh no, Annie.
Oh, Annie not going to be able to pick it.
Oh, she got it.
Last auto attack. Trades it. Probably not worth it though, because I feel like
And
they
Anivia's
got more
coming down
assists
now.
out of that. And here comes
Oh,
Anivia
Vi hits the
down again.
Caitlyn trap, and Tarek gets the
Hits the
stun.
Tarek. Oh, Tarek gets bursted down by Anivia. When you have Anivia and she lands that stun on you, followed by her frostbite, it's really strong.
It looks like they
The
make a dragon
amplifying
out of this
damage
too,
is
though.
just nothing you can do from it.
They're gonna pick dragon up off this. Well, unless Amumu can get in there. Does he? He still
I
has
don't-
his ult.
I don't know if Amumu can. He does have his ultimate up, so he
He's
could
gonna go for it.
He's gonna ult,
Oh.
doesn't ult, and doesn't get the smite. Now just puts himself.
He's
Oh,
ulting to
not
escape.
great decision by Amumu there. Ends up wasting his ultimate and not getting it. If Amumu would have gone with the ultimate prior to the smite, he could have stopped Vi from smiting, stolen the dragon, and then still got out.
Yeah, but that's good by Vi not to just rush though, you know? Usually most junglers will kind of early smite it just so they get a little panicked, and I think Vi kept her calm there.
Composure, knew what the dragon's health was at, and made a good play on dragon there to get that smite.
That's something on buffs. Most people kind of say it's easy. It's never easy to actually get a good smite off. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, good pickup though. That just increases the gold lead right now for Seal's army. Or Navy.
Yeah,
One of those
Seal's Navy
branches.
up 3,000 gold right now. Renekton up 18 CS in lane. Anivia actually a little bit behind Annie, but has those two early kills, and one was the first blood, and there you go, she ties it right back up.
And Kobe, I think, was waiting for Amumu to help him with the buff, and yeah, there it goes. And he was kind of running by it. There he goes. There's a lot of wasted time there. This whole
Amumu,
mid tower's getting pushed down now.
Tarek, they really want this kill. Oh, and she knocks her away.
Oh.
Great play by
Good block
Vayne
by
there.
Thresh.
She saw that she used her caliper net to get in, to close the gap, to further that fight.
Nice stun by
Looks
Scrathead
like
there.
Renekton could go down here, slice and dice away, go in for the kill,
Oh.
actually. Just being such a man right now.
Renekton
Might
is
be
so
able to
strong.
pick up this Amumu. Oh, the stun comes off cooldown, but not quite early enough. They're both
And a
barely going to escape.
Great play
Oh,
bot by
we're actually
Vayne.
gonna have a
Uh-oh.
pause here.
Yep, we got a pause
Yeah,
here.
and here's the pause. We did have Tarek disconnect. We'll be back shortly after.
What a great stun. We missed it because there was two plays going at once there, but I guess we might be able to go back here. Vayne in the bot lane hit a great stun on Caitlyn, slammed into the wall. It was about max range stun and just dropped him. I think. Yeah, I can go back
we should
here.
be able to rewind while we
Yeah.
have this pause, actually.
So here comes a stun here and just slams him max range to the wall, and it could be partially because I think Tarek's DC'd there, but still a great stun.
Oh, that's true. That did really hurt them in the bot lane here.
We've got
So, yeah, Tarek DC'd in the bush. Gonna pick up that easy double kill. That's really too bad. He disconnects just a little bit too late and starts to run the base.
I'm going top
Tough
here.
luck there for Seal's army.
Renekton is so strong right now. He popped this elixir. He's just 2v1 and makes Scrathead blow his flash to get out of there. barely survives out of that, and Renekton can pretty much chase Amumu. Amumu's so far behind. He's got 5 levels on Amumu, Renekton does. He's level 12 to Amumu's level 7. It's unreal. That's he can't stay in there. Amumu's got to find a way to catch up. Let's get back to live here. He's got to find a way to catch up, though.
Amumu's such a strong ganker, too. And I'm really surprised that he hasn't had more of an influence in the lanes. He's got to have confidence and be able to know what he... Oh, and here's another pause.
Yeah, we're still pausing.
I guess Tarek still isn't in the game?
Trying to see the chat here, see what's going on. Better not be a bathroom break. Well, I wouldn't think so. He gave up a kill for that.
Seal's army right now in such a strong...
They're up.
They got that early dragon, and now Vayne just picking up those 2 kills in the bot. Well, her and Thresh trading them actually, but getting those 2 kills has the Blade of the Rune King completed. Vayne really going to start to do some damage here.
And we've got, as far as item builds, you finally got, you got Jax catching up. I think he's starting to work towards that Blade of the Rune King. He does have a Giant's Belt to keep up with Renekton's just natural tankiness, so he can stay in lane and farm, but Renekton's slowly pulling ahead, especially that 2v1 up there. That was really big play for them. It pretty much showed that Jax can't yet 1v1 Renekton, so something's got to change real quick, and he's up, I think 22 CS, I can't do math, sorry, 23 CS right now. And bot lane's pretty even though, honestly. I mean, Vayne has that Blade of the Rune King finish, which should make her really strong 1v1 with that, just the passive, or the active actually on the Blade of the Rune King. Caitlyn's probably pretty close to finishing her Bloodthirster. Looks like she needs about 300 to 400, probably 400 more gold here. Tarek hopefully can fix his internet right now, and that'll make a big difference. Amumu has to find a way to catch up right now. I think that's the big difference. Vi's really ahead of him. Vi has a kill and 2 assists, whereas Amumu just has a death and is also behind in CS.
Yeah, Vi actually almost level 9, and Amumu just hit level 7. So almost 2 full levels on Amumu. And we're going to have Dragon coming up here in just a couple of minutes. So we'll see if Amumu can clear his jungle, go back, buy another item, and hopefully get a good ultimate to turn this next Dragon fight around. So, not sure what we're looking at here with the pause. I assume Tarek's still having internet issues. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how it works. I think you have to forfeit or just play 4v5 if your player does not end up coming back.
And hopefully that won't happen. But guys, we do, I think, Errylander's linking it in chat too. There is another stream going on, so you can probably open both of these at the same time. You might want to check out the other semi-final game while this one's being paused, but we'll try to hang out here for you.
The other semi-final game actually looks like it's coming to a close pretty soon.
Really?
They're already in their base taking inhibitors. They're at the 30-minute mark in their game, so we'll see how that goes in the other game there.
Might be able to load that for y'all. Let's see. Oh no.
So Chuck D's now has the other stream up while we sit and wait on this pause.
Sorry guys, I'm getting this thing pulled up. It's probably going to lag a little bit just because I'm running 2 streams and trying to download stream at the same time, so I'll do my best to Hope it works.
The game we have Flare Flies Firefighters and Warden of Bush. Flare Flies Firefighters actually in the driver's seat in this one.
Looks like Vane's pretty big, though. I mean, please stop lagging. Vane is really strong by looking at the score, but it doesn't look like much else is going on.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have been able to get too much out of Shen. Has 7 deaths in this game, and Malzahar, a really terrifying AP mid right now, with 200 CS, 10, 1, and 13. So really must have devastated his lane. We're still in the pause in 420 no scope versus Seal's army. 8 minutes into this pause now. We'll try to get an update on what's going on with Tarek. I don't believe I have any of these players on my friends list, so...
It doesn't look like his team knows much what's going on either. Uh-oh.
Oh, we have a reconnect
Heard
in
something.
our game. Tarek is back. We should have the game resuming here shortly as soon as Tarek gives it the go-ahead. In this 8 minutes that we've had a pause, hopefully 420 no scope has been able to kind of take a look and see what's going wrong in this game and work out a strategy on how they're going to turn this around. They're really not down that much. They're down 4,000 gold, not too big of a lead. It's mostly just that early dragon that they lost out on. Will really put them back in if they can win that next team fight at dragon coming up in about 3.5 minutes. Still pause. Tarek has reconnected, but maybe still having latency issues. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
So that other game's pretty interesting. As strong as Vane is, I think we're going to have an issue like we had that other game with Graves, where Graves was so strong, but they just couldn't do anything to protect him. Yeah, Ari, your mic has been a little strange.
Define strange.
It's doing what it does in raid call.
Oh, really? Does it still sound weird?
Looks like Paul's we're ready to go again. Let me get rid of this
Okay,
thing.
we're finally back. Seals Navy versus 420 Swag YOLO 360 no scope blazing. 16.5 minutes into the game, and Seals Navy has a pretty decent lead right now, taking the first tower of the game in the top lane. And looks like they're pressuring this bottom turret here too. Looks like they could pick up 2 real early turrets here for Seals Navy.
Say they came after a strategy right off the bat. Seals Navy's ready to go.
Really pressuring that turret. Vi picking up the red buff here. The Thresh Lantern is down for the escape if they need it. Gets out safely, no problem. Amumu comes in, but he's spotted by that Tri-Bush ward, and that's why it's so important to have that pink ward in that Tri-Brush to deny the vision in the lane. Ooh, Amumu finding the... gets the stun. Annie not close enough to be able to cover it. Nice wall to slow Annie down even further. Well played there by Castlevania.
Very nice. He You know, Mumu's not going to be able to kill Nivea, but if Annie gets there, it could be dangerous. So she walled off of Nivea and just walked away.
Yeah, Amumu real behind in this game right now. Level 7 to Vi's level 9. Really needs to catch up.
I think they know Dragon's coming up, I think, fairly soon.
In about 2 minutes, we're going to have Dragon live. Bot lane trying to pressure this turret so they can deny them some vision in the bottom lane. Have a little bit better pressure. They do get the turret.
And Amumu's trying to make plays here. I think he's really trying hard to make some plays, but it's just putting him behind the jungle.
It's hurt him more than anything. Let's see if they can get something here.
This might work out. Vi's face check.
Vi is going to get bursted down. Where's the ulti from Amumu?
There it is.
There it is. Gets Vayne. Vayne so low. Castlevania comes in to stop anything before it gets too out of control. Does use the ignite on Amumu. And they're just going to get out of here. Trade 1-for-1. I would say that went in 420 No Scope's favor, though. They got the red buff off of Vi there. Swapped it over to, I believe, Annie is the one who picked it up.
It looks like it, but if Dragon comes up here and the kill was on Vayne, I think it's going to go in Seal's Navy's favor. Yeah, they're taking Dragon here soon, and
it's going to be up at 1951, so they've got about 40 seconds to get down there to stop it. It'll be interesting to see if Renekton... Oh, and Annie goes to the top lane. I don't think they have this Dragon timed out properly. They have 3 people in the top half of the jungle. Let's see if they do end up coming down to make a play on it when it spawns.
Right now, I think the only thing that can save 420 Swag right now is Jax getting down there. Jax is behind, but he's still strong. And Renex is just going to keep pushing, I think. They're on their island up there.
He does have that Cutlass and the Giant's Belt. He can take some damage. He can deal quite a bit. And really, he can just jump on Vayne and just interrupt Vayne from being able to use all of her damage that she's accumulated from those kills and that CS.
I think they're just on their island in top lane, though.
So Dragon is up now.
Oh, Renekton's just...
is pinging it. So we'll see if Seal's Navy does get it. All teams are down there.
They are going for that Dragon. They don't care.
Lots of wards in there.
Mumu's ult is still down.
Is down. Oh, he goes in, but
he's tanking the Dragon. That's not what you want. He's not there yet.
Whole team is
Vayne slams him.
And Amumu is just gonna die for free. Oh, Caitlyn's gonna go down here too. Renekton comes in.
And he catches Vayne out though.
Seal's Navy really taking control of this game here. Ups their lead to almost 6,000 gold. This is Seal's Navy's game to lose right now.
I think we have an update from the other semifinal game, though. It looks like I think Warden of Bush has lost. I don't have the other teams. Who are they playing again? Sorry.
Flare Flies
has advanced to the championship right now. And right now, if something doesn't change for 420 Swag, it looks like Seal's Navy is going to be going on. I mean, they're just pushing down these towers. They could probably go on to the Inhib tower with Anivia's wave clear. And Renekton's ulti is
back
up.
Off here. Anivia's blue buff is up. I'm sure she's going to want that.
That's probably a smart choice though right now. They are in the driver's seat.
Steal this blue buff.
It is warded, but I don't know that Jax wants to make a play on this right now.
It was great timing that just spawned as they were leaving. Castlevania's going to get that blue buff. Oh, and he knows that Amumu is here. This could be really bad for Amumu. Does he get the wall?
Oh, good stun. He's going for it. I don't know if he's going to finish him. The red buff.
Oh, he does get it, but he's caught out. Vi comes in just to scare everyone off.
Here comes Scrathood in. He's outnumbered though.
Oh, but he has the egg up. Jax so slow. Jax is going to fall. And they trade in a 2-for-0 and almost pick up.
Anivia just walled him out.
No, lets it slide. Vayne didn't have the flash up to chase that one down.
Still a good trade for Seal's Navy there, though.
Ups their gold to almost 9,000 in this game.
And Renekton's still beating on that tower. He's just staying in that top lane. He hadn't needed to leave, though. Seal's Navy's done a good job of controlling the map and letting Renekton just push that top lane. There's nothing they can do about it.
They did just steal the red buff there of 420. Vayne really in a good position right now. Has quite a bit of gold on her, 1,000 gold. Probably gonna back, can almost complete that Infinity Edge. They're gonna push this tower down, and then I would say Vayne will be back for that IE, and then
with the ward coverage, they might be able to push another one though right now. They're really strong. Yeah, Vayne and Thresh are gonna go for it.
Yeah, they do have Jax and Amumu in the top lane, and all three of them showing mid. This is going to be another turret in the bottom lane probably for Vayne and Thresh.
Very nice pickup by 420 Swag though to realize that they're all bot and they probably will recall, so to pick up that mid tower.
Looks like they're going to collapse on them here. They do get spotted by that ward at the Wraiths. Should be able to get out of this no problem.
And he might still be able to catch him.
And he's separated from the team.
She has that flash ulti. Oh, I think she just missed vision on him there.
Vayne and Thresh do get out alive. Vayne might have enough to get this Infinity Edge right off the bat. And there is the IE. Vayne, real scary right now.
And if you're 420 Swag, what do you do right now to change this? They've got your jungle, map control, the gold lead.
They really just need to try to catch someone out. They caught the Anivia out earlier though, and they just couldn't capitalize on it. They couldn't do enough damage to get that egg down after they got the kill, and the rest of Seal's Navy was able to follow up. So, as 420 Swag right now, I think you just really need to focus on catching someone out and trying to get a kill and then go for a Baron. But they're really in a bad place right now. I don't know if they can come back from this one.
I think they need those team fights too. They haven't really ever been together in one, like even camping a bush or together, but they do have a great team fight. I mean, Annie and Amumu's stun is pretty strong. They just haven't been able to use it together. Amumu's waited a couple times. I think he's trying to catch as many people as he can, and waiting too long has kind of hurt him.
Yeah, he needs to get his level. Him and Tarek need to get their level 11 for their second level ults. They'll be able to do quite a bit more damage with that. And then, like you said, Amumu's really just got to land a real good ult. One team fight, though, really will change the pace of this game because of all of the bounties on Vayne and Renekton and Anivia right now. So, Seal's Navy just stealing all of 420's jungle. Looks like they're trying to bait something out here. Oh, they might catch. Oh,
nice ulti, but are they there in time?
But they don't have their whole team. The Anivia wall cuts them off. Great wall by Castlevania. And Jack's able to escape. Oh, and that's a 2 for 0 again.
Ooh. And that's what I was worried about in this game, though, was that Anivia wall.
They do get the Anivia egg, actually, which just came up.
Oh, and Vayne's taking the tower. Oh. Vayne tanked the entire tower.
This is going to be an inhibitor here for Seal's Navy.
Nice stun. Doesn't have that wall.
Oh no! He got the ignite down. Is it going to be enough? Oh, and he gets Caitlyn. Not a good trade there for Castlevania, though, because he did have that 500 gold bounty. But now, once again, Seal's Navy gonna get another dragon.
No, and that trade definitely went in Seal's Navy's favor. At first, it went a little better towards the end, but what a great Anivia wall there. That made the team fight there. Because Amumu hit a nice ulti.
He did hit everyone with that Amumu ultimate, but his team was out of range because of his gap closure on his bandage toss. His team was too far behind and unable to get through that Anivia wall.
And Annie was ready to follow up. She got across. I think she flashed over, I think. Yeah, just to get the AoE bear stun down. and no one was there to follow up because the Nivea walled him off.
And he went straight for Anivia and tried to pop that egg early, but she didn't AoE stun the whole team because Anivia was slightly separated, and that, while it got all that good damage on Anivia, it didn't matter. It wasn't enough. Anivia just way too much health with that fully stacked Rod of the Aegis right now, and all Annie has for damage is that death cap. Caitlyn almost has her Blade of the Rune King completed here. It's 1,000 gold. She has almost enough gold to get it here now. I'd say she'll be going back to get that so she can get some better damage on that Vi, on Renekton, and really Castlevania as well with that Anivia because of the Rada Aegis stacks. Vi so tanky right now, but doing so much damage. Catches
jumping on the Caitlyn.
They aren't going to look to do this. Force
Another
Vi
Anivia wall just saves Vi. I mean,
Vi actually did end up having to flash that. Looks like they're going to pressure this turret down and maybe go for the inhibitor. I'm really surprised Seal's Navy isn't going for a Baron here, though. They're so much stronger than them right now. They could easily bait out a Baron fight, and I really think that there's not much 420 swag can do about it to stop it right now.
they do have that Blade of the Ruined King. I mean, that rips through Baron right now. Vayne's one of the strongest Baron fighters there is right now.
Exactly.
And they are going, I think they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, and there we go. He does have the Oracles to ward stomp. Oh, doesn't look like
they're trying to bait it, but they missed the ward there.
Doesn't go in that bush. You've got to check all the bushes when you have an Oracles. This could be bad for Seal's Navy. Oh, they do find Vi. The hook can't land. Oh, they do find Tarek, though. Tarek knows.
Oh,
there it is.
Little juke.
I don't think he's going to live, though.
That is so tanky right now.
Running for his life. Tarek on a one-man mission right now. They might be able to catch someone out there. They really want this.
Oh, Vi.
They find Annie.
Oh, it's Tarek, though. They really want that Tarek.
Tarek goes down.
Nice stun by... Oh, great Amumu bandage toss.
Nice bandage toss. Good double stun by Castlevania there.
That's a good trade. They lost the support for their jungler. I mean, it's a very nice trade.
Vi did lose that red buff that she had. But here comes Renekton. Finding...
Good Amumu. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's another one.
Amumu does land a really good ult, but it's not enough in this situation. Vayne going to take down Jax here.
They're just too strong right now. I mean, they hit their perfect ults there, and ooh.
Yeah, there's not much 420 swag can do right now. I would say they're gonna push down these two Nexus turrets, and then back and probably go for a Baron after this.
Renekton is so big at this point right now. He's 4-0. He's got his Warmogs and Black Cleaver. Another giant spell he's working on with probably a Sunfire Cape. He's going to be unkillable for a long time.
Yeah, and Nivea and Vayne both sitting on 2,000 gold right now. So they can both back and really get a big item and just continue to do so much damage. They get both inhibitors.
And there's a 15k gold lead right at.
It's not looking good for 420 right now. They're really going to have to turtle this head. They're going right for it, not even going to back and buy. Just going straight to the Baron, being men. And that's what it's all about.
I don't think there's any ward coverage. Yeah, they're completely blind to this right now.
Yeah. Thresh comes in, has the oracles.
That's just going to greater increase the gold lead right now. It's another 1,500 there, 1,200, yeah.
Gold lead right now. Here comes Tarek. Oh, is Tarek going to get caught out?
Oh!
The wall. No flash from Tarek. They might look to just end the game right now and not even buy. Both Vayne and Anivia with 2,500 gold apiece.
At this point, I don't even know if they need the bottom tower. They probably could just push the base. I mean, they're so strong.
Seal's Navy really just looking to continue to press with this Baron buff. Looks like Renekton's going to go back. I would say the whole team's going to buy here, come back so strong, and just really decimate what's left of this 420 team. Vayne just straight out buys that Phantom Dancer, and Anivia completes the Haunting Guys, almost enough to get that Leandries. I would say this will be the last team fight that we're going to see here. YOLO Swag really has just got to hope that they try to double tower dive them at their Nexus and hope for the best. I think that's really their only option right now. Amumu just hitting level 11 now.
I don't even know if right now if 420 Swag can even protect that bottom tower, though. I know they can't protect the outer, but that's tough. I don't know if they can even stop them.
Looks like they're going to play it safe heal for Seal's Navy. Just going to let the super minions push. Going to take the dragon, take that bottom turret, and just not leave anything to chance here.
And that's a good choice. I mean, the game, as far as we can see it, is probably won, but there have been some crazy comebacks, and this gets them to the championship, so they want to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a game, like, you can still, it's still something that you can come back from. Amumu's really under-leveled, but
with these super minions coming in, though, they have more gold.
I've seen this level of a comeback before, so we'll see what happens here. Renekton taking 3 tower hits and not even affecting his health bar.
Renekton's sitting at
another inhibitor for Seal's Navy. Oh, Caitlyn has to flash to dodge that. Nice flash. Jack's out of position from his team. Drops so low.
a good anti-ult, but it didn't move anyone's health.
Oh, he does hit Caitlyn. Caitlyn taking so much damage. Pass to back. Oh, gets in base just before the last tick of Ignite kills her.
Vayne just so much damage right now.
And I think that that is the game.
Diving the
Seal's
fountain.
Navy just diving the fountain, taking the Nexus turrets. Seal's
Oh,
Navy
Jack's going on St.
is-
Moogle. Nice knockback. Good condemn right there.
So we are going to have Flare Flies Firefighters versus Seal's Navy in the best of 3 championship games for ELO Heaven lockdown tournament.
I'm sorry, 420 Swag. I really wanted to say 360 no scope, 420 Swag, whatever. Blaze has won the game, but looks like we got Seal's Navy moving on here.
Another great game in the tournament. Well played by both teams. Just weren't able to come back from that disconnect on Tarek. Good game played by both teams. Seal's Navy advances to the championship.